Welcome back. In the last part I told you that I would like to teach you proper pronunciation. The question is, what do we mean by that? Okay. After all, English is a language which has so many social and regional varieties, probably more than any other language to date. So what native speakers should we strive to emulate? Should we include Australians? South Africans? What about the hundreds of millions of Indians who speak English? What about the Scots? I'm very conservative as far as that is concerned, because every native accent of English is equally difficult to acquire. London Cockney or a Southern drawl. But if this is the case, if it doesn't make a difference whether you learn Scottish English or RP, why should you not lean towards the most prestigious varieties? Why should we not strive to come close to a Cambridge professor or a lawyer, a Boston lawyer, or something like that, if we can, and if it's just as much effort, then to come across as, I don't know, somebody from the American South. Okay. The present lecture will thus try to teach you either of the two varieties, okay, which hold the highest prestige today, at least internationally speaking. And these are Standard British English, most commonly referred to as RP, that's what I will use, Received Pronunciation, and Standard American. Both varieties will be focused on, and you may pick and choose for yourself which one you would like to speak actively. And this concentration on those two varieties has an additional benefit because, I mean, most non-native speakers, particularly Europeans, tend to speak an odd mixture of British and American English. And the reason is they are not aware of the differences. And this is what this lecture will hopefully do. It will create, hopefully, an awareness of these differences, so between RP and American, General American, so that it will be easier for you to adhere to the one or the other variety, because you must choose. There's no muddling through, no. Once you have reached a certain level of command. Thus, for you as non-native speakers of English, it is vital to be aware of the phonological features of both varieties, because the one you know passively, the other one you produce actively. Only then will you be able to identify the mistakes you make in picking the sound from the other accent, okay, which most people do. Yes, they do. In addition, you should not underestimate the fact that you yourself might become a teacher, okay, a language teacher, and this is what you have to teach today. I mean, your friends, even if you're not a professional teacher, you teach your friends or something like this. Make them aware of the differences between those two. There's an American, there's British. Don't mix them up, okay? And in today's globalized world, you have to teach them either American or British. Particularly if you bear in mind, and this is the thing, that they do not differ so much from one another. They don't. Certainly, I mean, the difference between, say, London Cockney and RP is certainly greater than between the two standard varieties, RP and General American. True. Yeah. This may be true for your own mother tongue. I mean, I'm German, so I know that. Swiss German is almost a native language to me. Okay, oh, they even dub the TV programs in Swiss German. Okay, the French from the north have the problem. I mean, a French from the north, from Paris. I mean, who goes to Marseille or to Corsica, some of that. Or think of an Italian from Milan who spends his holidays in Palermo. I mean, he will be in dire straits, I think. Okay, so compared to that, what I just said, the phonological differences between RP and General American are almost negligible. Okay, they are clearly audible, but very, very regular and very easy to identify. You know? the two varieties have always been mutually intelligible. Okay, people could understand each other, Americans and Brits, if they spoke the standard varieties. You know? I'm not so sure about the Scots and the Southern English, for example. Okay, so no, very close, very close. The main difference, as you will see, is the one is rhotic, the other one isn't. So the question is, do you pronounce your R's always or just in certain positions? But I will teach you that. Okay.